So students, in previous we discussed the types of the unit cells, that is the one dimensional unit cells, two dimensional unit cells. On the two dimensional unit cells, 5 Bravais lattices will be exist, and then also we observe the three dimensional unit cell. In three dimensional unit cell means best example for three dimensional unit cell is cube. Simple cube is the well known example for three dimensional unit cell. So for three dimensional unit cell, how many parameters are required for define that three dimensional unit cell? 6 parameters. On that, 3 edge lengths. One is A, B, C. A, B, C. 6 parameters on that 3 edge lengths and 3 angles in between the AB and in between the BC and in between the AC. 6 total 6 parameters on that 3 edge lengths and 3 angles in between that edge lengths. So 6 parameters are required to define the three dimensional unit cell. And also we learn the total how many? 7 crystal systems in three dimensional unit cell. How many crystal systems? 7 crystal systems. On that 7 crystal systems can be differentiated with variation in their edge length and variation in this angle. Based on that variations, how many? Total 7 crystal systems are exist. C, T, O, R, H, M, T. Total 7 crystal system. C means cube, O means orthorhombic, like that. C, T, O, R, H, M, T. And how we can remember that 7 crystal systems already studied in the previous class. And total these 7 crystal systems exist the 14 Bravais lattices. 7 crystal systems will be shows the 14 Bravais lattices in three dimensional unit cells. So already these are the studied in the previous class. Now we can discuss the calculation of contribution of lattice points. What is that? Calculation of contribution of lattice points or number of atoms per unit cell. Nothing but contribution of lattice points are nothing but number of atoms per unit cell. So we discuss the one by one. First one is the simple or primitive unit cell. Simple or primitive unit cell. Already we have to know simple or primitive unit cell means just like a cube. So this is the simple or primitive unit cell. That is the simple or primitive unit cell. How we can differentiate simple or primitive unit cell? Remaining centered unit cell means in simple or primitive unit cell only the atoms are present at 8 corners. The atoms are present at only 8 corners. So for example, how we can calculate the number of atoms per unit cell or contribution of lattice points means how many atoms are present at corners means 8 atoms are present at 8 corners. Each atom at corner is shared between the 8 adjacent unit cells. Okay students, each atom at the corner is shared with the 8 adjacent unit cell. Means here this corner atom is shared the another corner atom unit cell. This corner atom is also shared with the another corner atom unit cell. This corner atom is also shared with the another atom of adjacent unit cell. Means each corner atom is shared between 8 adjacent unit cells. Okay students, how many corner atoms are present? 8 corner atoms are present, and each corner atom is shared between the 8 adjacent unit cell. Means how much part will be sharing each unit cell means 1 by 8 part. Okay students, here this 8 is indicate the, this 8 number is indicate the, at 8 corners 8 atoms are present. This 1 by 8 is indicate the, each corner atom is shared between the 8 adjacent unit cell. So single unit cell, how much part will be required means 1 by 8. For single unit cell, how much it will be required? 1 by 8. So 8 will be get cancelled. The contribution is 1. Simply that is the number of atoms, total number of atoms in a 1 unit cell. Nothing but total number of spheres in a 1 unit cell. That is equals to 1 for simple or primitive unit cell. This is the method for calculate the contribution of a unit cell or number of atoms per unit cell. Simple. Simple or primitive means the atoms are present at corners only. So already we have to know how many corners are exist in simple or primitive unit cell? 8. So 8 corners, and each corner atom is sharing the 8 adjacent unit cell. So each unit cell, how much part will be required? 1 by 8. So 8 into 1 by 8, total equals to 1. So this is the total number of atoms in a 1 unit cell for simple or primitive. Then we go to the body centered unit cell. Before that calculation, we have to know the body centered means, already we have to know the atoms are present at 8 corners, and also one extra atom is present at body of the unit cell. Clear students? Also one extra atom is present at body of the unit cell. We should remember that. Then how we can calculate? Simple method. For body centered, 8 atoms are present at 8 corners, and each atom at the corner is shared between the 8 adjacent unit cell. So single unit cell, how much part will be required means 1 by 8. So 8 into 1 by 8, that equals to 1. And body centered means one extra atom is present at body of the unit cell. How many atoms is present at body? Only one atom. And when the atom is present at the body of the unit cell, how many unit cells are shared that atom? Only one unit cell. Because the atom is present at body of the unit cell. Body of the unit cell. This atom is shared the only this unit cell. How much unit cells are shared? This atom is only one unit cell. So 1 into 1. 8 into 1 by 8 is 1. 1 into 1, that is also 1. Total 1 plus 1 is equals to 2. That means number of atoms in one unit cell. This is number of atoms per one unit cell. Here we should find out the number of atoms per one unit cells. That is equals to 2 for body centered unit cell. This is the calculation. Next we move to the face centered unit cell. Face centered means the atoms are present at 8 corners, and also the atoms are present at 6 phases. Okay student? Then simple process. 8 into 1 by 8 means atoms are present at 8 corners. Each unit cell contribution is the 1 by 8. So 8 into 1 by 8, that is equals to 1. And face centered means extra. For this, extra 6 atoms are present at 6 phases, and each phase atom is contribute the other 2 unit cells. Each phase atom is shared with the other 2 unit cells. Clear students? Each phase atom is share the other 2 unit cells, means 6 phase atoms. Each unit cell how much require? 1 by 2, because 2 unit cells are share the phase atom, means each unit cell will be require the 1 by 2. So 6 into 1 by 2, that is equals to 3. So total number of atoms per one unit cell is the 1 plus 3, that is equals to 4. So number of atoms per one unit cell, that is equals to 4. So this is the method for using the calculation of contribution of the lattice points or number of atoms per unit cells. Here how many unit cells, or we are calculate the only 3 types of unit cell. In previous video we have to know the types of unit cells 4, but in syllabus only 3 types of the unit cells will be covered. On that 3 types, number of atoms per unit cell. One is simple or primitive unit cell, body centered unit cell, face centered unit cell. Simple or primitive unit cell contribution of lattice points is 8 into 1 by 8, that is equals to 1. That means total number of atoms in one unit cell for simple or primitive unit cell is equals to 1. Similarly, body centered, total number of atoms in one unit cell for body centered is 1 plus 1, 2. For face centered, total number of atoms in one unit cell for face centered cubic unit cell is 1 plus 3, that is equals to 4. So this is the calculation of the total number of atoms in one unit cell, or nothing but calculation of the contribution of lattice points. So this is the calculation of contribution of lattice points or calculation of the number of atoms per unit cell. Now here we have to know the voids. So what is the mean by the voids? Means simple meaning. Void means this is the vacant space in between the atoms. So in solid state chemistry already we have to know atom can be considered as a sphere. Atom can be considered as a sphere. So void means this is the empty space, the vacant space. Void means nothing but that is the vacant space, empty space. So in our syllabus there are the 2 types of the voids will be present. One is the tetrahedral void, another one is the octahedral void. What is the mean by the tetrahedral void means? So for example, 3 atoms, nothing but 3 spheres are arranged as a like this in one layer. When these layer spheres, another sphere, nothing but another atom is occupied above this layer or below that layer. Okay students, 3 atoms, 3 spheres are arranged in a one layer like this, and one extra atom, nothing but sphere, can be occupied above that layer or below that layer. Above that layer or below that layer, the vacant space, the void will be exist. That void is called as a tetrahedral void. Why? Because that is appearing as a tetrahedral geometry. So 3 atoms are present, 1 and 1 will be present above or below. So this vacant space, this void will be called as a tetrahedral void. That is the meaning about the tetrahedral void. Then octahedral void means simple. In one layer 3 atoms and another 3 atoms can be occupied that above that layer or below that layer. Means 1, 2, 3 and another 3 atoms is occupied that layer or below that layer. Then the arising void, arising space is called as a octahedral void, because these void will be formed due to the 6 atoms, nothing but 6 spheres. So that is called as a octahedral void. Why? Because it is treated as a octahedral void means when occupied these atoms in 2 layers, it is appearing as a octahedral structure. Okay students, it is appearing as a octahedral geometry. So these void will be called as a octahedral void. So this is the meaning about the tetrahedral wire and octahedral wire. For example, X atoms are present, X spheres, nothing but X atoms are present. Total number of tetrahedral wires is the 2x, and total number of octahedral wires is formation is the only X. Means X atoms will be formed the 2 into X tetrahedral wires. X atoms will be formed the only X number of octahedral